So we will still discuss about ignorance. We could communicate. Ignorance is the number one link, right? So sometimes we call the false view of temporal recollection is also root cause of samsara. So ignorance, false view of temporal recollection, jikta. So that means on the basis of our aggregates are the false view. We hold aggregates are the collection of the foreign mind. So that if something is collected like this, its nature is disintegrating. So sometimes we call the false view of transitory collection. Ignorance, false view of transitory collection is synonymous. So false view of So first I want to read the sutra, right? Last settling sutra. So now we are here. Venerable Shariputra then said to the Bodhisattva, Mahasattva, Maitreya. So when we say generally speaking, Shariputra is Arya, not manifest like Bodhisattvas. One of the main disciple of the Buddha, right? Shariputra. But he actually is a Bodhisattva and Buddha. So he acts like Arya beings, to liberate sentient beings. So he and say to the Bodhisattva. So Bodhisattva means so here Bodhisattva is different levels of Bodhisattvas, right? Bodhisattva means he or she who achieve bodhicitta mind, then you become Bodhisattva. So Bodhisattvas, then we have different levels of Bodhisattvas. Like 5 Mayana paths. So we have path of accumulation and path of preparation, Bodhisattva, but not Mahasattvas. Here Mahasattva, Bodhisattva, anybody, he or she who achieve bodhicitta mind is Bodhisattva. Person becomes Bodhisattva. That means courageous being and never be discouraged, no matter how hard they can develop compassion. Mahasattva means more than Bodhisattva. So Mahasattva means it is Arya being. So that will go from the path of seeing, path of meditation. Path of meditation goes with 10 bhumis. So these are Mahasattvas because the Bodhisattva not only bodhicitta but realizing emptiness directly, Mahasattva. So Maitreya Buddha is Mahasattva. Generally speaking, Maitreya is 10 bhumi, Bodhisattva, Maitreya. So Maitreya, here today the Bhagavan, Lord Buddha, gazing at the rice seedling, spoke this aphorism to the bhikkhus. Whoever sees dependent arising sees the Dharma. Whoever sees the Dharma sees the Buddha. Having said this, the Bhagavan fell silent. Buddha just speak. Whoever sees the Buddha sees the Dharma. Then he remained silent in meditation, with silent meditation. Then Maitreya, what is the meaning of this aphorism spoken by the Sukha, the Buddha? What is dependent arising? What is the Dharma? What is the Buddha? How does one see the Dharma by seeing the dependent arising? How does one sees the Buddha by seeing the Dharma. So Maitreya asks Buddha this question. So why it is very important to see the dependent arising? We have to know that if you do not see the dependent arising, right, you will not. Then, what is the benefit of seeing the dependent arising? So that means seeing dependent arising will, remember, open your mind. Seeing dependent arising, we have three different categories of dependent arising, right? Dependent arising of cause and effect will dispel the law of causality, ignorance of the law of causality. And dependent arising of the path and designated by the mind will liberate dispel the grasping. So therefore it is very important, right? Because grasping and not understanding cause and effect, we are in the samsara. We are in the wheel of life. So therefore one who sees the dependent origination, he sees the Dharma. So Dharma means you see the transformation of the mind. Right? You can change the mind. Change the mind. So when you see Dharma, you can see slowly you can see the force of the false view of transitory collections and ignorance and grasping, and you meditate on the dependent originations and emptiness and reality. Gradually you will dispel all this grasping and ignorance of the law of causality, and you will be able to liberate from the cycle of existence. So that's this. Now here when we talk about this ignorance, right? So it is very important. First we have this one. Indian great master Chandakirti make very clear. So you listen this one. A yogi sees in his mind that afflictions and the faults arise from the false view of transitory collections. Having understood that the object of this is self, he or she negates the self. So that is the Chandakirti text. Now the commentary by Lama Tsongkhapa on this. So Lama Tsongkhapa commentary: a yogi desiring to engage in reality, to understand reality or the dependent origination, desiring to remove all the faults which are the afflictions. Now through your meditation, you analyze, thinking, what is the root of this wandering in the cycle of existence. This is commentary by the Lama Tsongkhapa. It's called Illumination of the Thought. We have to study, that is commentary on the Chandakirti text. So what is the root of this wandering in the cycle of existence? When he or she has analyzed, so through analyzing, what is the root cause of this cycle of existence, analyze, he or she will see in his mind that afflictions of the desire, which is 3 points, right? Hatred and confusion, ignorance, so on, and the force of birth, sickness, death, force of birth, aging, sickness, death arise without exception from the false view of transitory recollection. We have no choice. So long we have false view of transitory recollection, all this comes naturally. It's our reality of the samsara. So the false view of transitory recollection is an afflicted knowledge in the form of the So how does false view of transitory recollection come in the form of the thought I and mind, right? We have first I and mind. Conceiving these two I and mind to be inherent existence, I and mind conceiving to be inherent existence. The affliction and the fall are result of the false view of transitory recollection. Conceiving I and mind to be inherently existence. Now it is very important in this. So because of the false view of transitory recollection, if we destroy, he or she, yogi, right, attain liberation from the cycle of existence. In order to explain this, it is first necessary to explain, here Chandakirti said, in order to explain this, it is first necessary to explain little about self. So we have to know about self. And Chandakirti said in his text, having understood that the object of this is self, the yogi negates the self. So there are two types of self, he explained. So here, having understood that the object of this is self is conventional self. So it is very important, like A, maybe we can make like this. I, person, and mere I. These are conventional self, existence. I, mere I, person. These are first understood that the object of this is I, mere I, self, is the observation of the false view of transitory recollection. You understand what I'm saying? I, self, mere I, which is conventional existence, nominal existence, is the observation of the false view of transitory recollection. I and mind, I, mere I, and person is observation of the false view of transitory recollection. So number A, I, person, mere I, conventional existence. Number B, inherent existence, natural existence, objective existence, existing from the side of the object, which is the yogi negate the self. Negate the self. So yogi negate the self. First self is conditional self. Second self is inherent existence self. Natural existence self. Objective existence self. Existing from the side of the object, all are synonymous. Should be negate. Negation, right? Numbers A, B, C, right? So we have this person. So person, we have permanent, partless, independent person, right? Self-sufficient person or self-entity. So we have number one. So we have to make clear, what kind of self is observation of the false view of transitory recollection, right? So we have this. Number one is mere I, self, and person is existing conventional self is observation of the false view of transitory recollection. Two, inherent existence self, natural existence, objective existence, existing from the side of the object is negate. You have to negate that self to understand the emptiness of the self. Now we have this permanent, partless, and independent self. And we have self-sufficient or self-entity. So this is also growth level of the. We are told we will come with later. Self to be divided into growth, subtle. So, and then we have conceiving mind to be exist. Self and mind. Mind do exist, right? Conceiving mind to be inherently existent is negate self. So make clear, right? So number one is, can you repeat to me? I, person, conventional self, which is observation of the fourth way of transcendental collection. So fourth way of transcendental collection, observe mere self to be exist inherently. This is like two persons looking on one object. One person see object is good. Other person see object is bad. One object. So the base of our discussion about is conventional self, mere I. So false way of transcendental collection. If somebody says false way of transcendental collection, it means exactly like fundamental ignorance. So holding I and mind to be inherent existence. Okay. So this is clear, right? So we know that. Now we have that conceiving mind to be inherent existence. So we have two types of grasping, general talking like that. Grasping for self, person, or grasping for phenomena. Other than self is phenomena. So therefore, first this one, we have to distinguish inherent existent self divided into two, right? So first is this one. We have independence, partless, and permanent self. So independence. So this is only artificial grasping, no inner grasping. You know what I mean? Independent, permanent, and what is partless. No, only grasping is intellectual grasping. No, it is not natural grasping. It does not come natural. Somebody said, "Oh, the person is independent, person is permanent, person is partless." It's coming from intellectual. So this kind of grasping is only intellectual, no inner grasping. Now we have divided that. Remember, self-sufficient. Self-sufficient means not depending on other factors. That does not exist, right? That is false. Self-sufficient is mistaken, right? You understand what I'm saying? Self-entity, self-sufficient is entity. So this grasping, intellectual or the inner grasping. It makes sense or not? Did it make sense? What do you think about this? If we use the logic, right, self is not permanent because it depends on other factors. Self is not partless, it depends on the parts. Self is not what is permanent? No, it's not permanent because it's impermanent. Momentarily. Self is not independent other factors. It is not partless, it depends on the parts. So you depend on the parts, right? Your aggregates are your parts. You, the self, and aggregates belong to you. And collection of aggregates make you self, he or she, right? So that if we use the logic, right, so we have to say subject, self, it is not permanent, but because it is impermanent. The impermanent opposes the permanent. Right? So, subject, self, it is not partless because it is part. So part opposes the partless. Subject, self, it is not independence because it is dependent on other factors. So we use that logic, will dispel the grasping of the permanent, independent and partless self. Now we talking about that self-sufficient, right, is little bit subtler than that kind of grasping. The self-sufficient, the previous class we talking about, right? Permanent self. So it is only intellectual, but self-sufficient is not only intellectual, but it can be divided into two, innate and intellectual. Intellectual grasping subside when you directly perceive reality. Seeing directly reality will subside the intellectual grasping. So that means path of seeing. And completely, once you achieve path of seeing, you completely eliminated intellectual grasping. Then after that, you don't have to concern about intellectual grasping. Only is innate grasping. Now that this conceiving, we make two. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm confused. Are you guys okay? Okay, so now we have this one, right? The next is subtle grasping of the self or mind. Subtle grasping of the self or mind. So first, subtle grasping of the self or mind, this object can be continuation object, internal object or external object. You see, it's very important. We're talking about false view of textual recollection is the root cause of samsara, right? So, but that is where this is talking about your considering your I and mind to be inherent existence is the root cause of samsara. But when I'm looking to you, right, I can take your I and mind to be exist inherently. So that is not root cause of samsara. So it's very important. Your own, remember here, your own I and mind, right, which is observation of the false view of textual recollection. And when conceiving to be exit inherently, generally speaking, it is the root cause of samsara. But when I look to you, samsara, and I can use the of samsara as I and mind to be exit inherently. This is also false view of transitory recollection, but it is not root cause of my samsara. You know what I mean? You look at me, you can take my I and mind to be conceiving inherent existence. That is false view of transitory recollection, but it is not root cause of samsara. You understand what I'm saying? So now here,
Sorry, what's the difference
yeah,
between the first one and the second one?
when we talk about the false view of transitory recollection,
Mm-hmm.
is the root cause of samsara, right?
Yes.
So I can take my I, mere I, and mind to be inherent existence. So that is root cause of samsara. Now I'm looking at you, Nick.
Yep.
I can take your I, Nick's I, and Nick's mind to be exist inherently. I'm conceiving, so that is false view of transitory recollection, but it is not root cause of my samsara.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? That's very important. Now that subtle, remember we have subtle conceiving inherent existence, self, like self or person. So there are like this object should be internal or external. Internal is continuation. External is not continuation. So that like conceiving my I to be inherent existence, conceiving my I to be inherent existence, divided into artificial and grasping, innate grasping. So that's true. Right? Other than person conceiving others to be inherent existence is the grasping of the phenomena, right? Other than person, whatever you grasp, your internal phenomena, external phenomena is grasping for phenomena. Only two kinds of grasping, right? We are talking about only two: grasping the phenomena and grasping of person. Only two types of grasping. No matter how many grasping, all are grasping are included in these two, right? So now, conceiving other than person, right? So you can say this object is external, internal object. External object, like phenomena, right? Grasping. Whenever you grasp external object, that's not continuation. Internal object, right? Take your for aggregates, or take your mind. Internal. And conceiving to be inherent existence is grasping of the phenomena, which is continuation. So therefore, grasping divided into two. That kind of grasping phenomena, intellectual and innate grasping. You understand what I'm saying? So intellectual. So now when we talk about this false view of transitory recollection, right? We have to first we have to recognize different types of self. What should negate? What is the observation of the false view of transitory recollection? So observation of false view of transitory recollection is I, self, do exist. Okay, but when the false view of transitory recollection perceive mere I to be inherent existence, then we negate. That is object of negation. You understand what I'm saying? So it's the false way of transitory recollection means ignorance, fundamental ignorance. So we're not seeing the our self-reality, and we are in the samsara. You understand what I'm saying? So therefore, to understand that kind of reality is not easy. Right? We have to know that. Let me take the example of samsara. Right? Samsara nature is we have four nature, right? Birth, aging, sickness, death. It's nature of the samsara. It is natural. If we are in the samsara, we can't control this, right? If automatically it will come over, it will come. Can't stop. Now, if we look what is the cause of this samsara, we will recognize the false view of transitory recollection as so long. False view of transitory recollection, we are always with this four kinds of thought. So you recognize that is the root cause of problem, right? So until you, so then Chandrakirti said, if you do like this, he make explain three different types of compassion. First different type of compassion is compassion focus only certain beings. Second, compassion focusing on the phenomena of sentient beings. Third is compassion focusing on emptiness of the sentient beings. Right? So when you compassion focusing on the sentient beings, so you are naturally developing compassion toward the sentient beings because you realize all beings are under the control of this fourth way of transitory recollections. So once you deeply recognize this, all are, controlled by the fourth way of transitory recollection, no matter who you are, then you will develop compassion that focus on the sentient being naturally, But that alone is not enough, Then you will go deeper, understanding of meditation on compassion, understanding of the phenomena of sentient beings. It means now sentient beings, nature is disintegrating. Their nature is not only focusing on the sentient being, but you are also focusing on the nature of sentient beings, disintegrating. So disintegrating, so you will dispel the permanent self, the permanent self, independent self, partless self. So once you have deeper understanding of that compassion focusing on the phenomena, so deeper, momentarily moving and changing, beings are changing, right? Then you will understand the nature of the every sentient being. Right? So then that will go to the compassion focusing on the emptiness, absence of inherent existence, apprehendable object. So then through that you will see how false way of transitory recollection bring all this problem in the samsara. You know what I mean? It remains there, it comes, remains, and disintegrated. As long as we are in the dominated by false way of transitory recollection. You understand what I'm saying? You can let me give example of like first, if you want plant beautiful flower, right? You need flower seed, pot, right? Constantly care the flower, need enough sunlight, moisture, fertilizing, looking, protection from all insects, everything, you know. And then after that, gradually you can have nice sprout and give you branches, leaves, pistils, and all this, and then you get beautiful flower. Oh wow, beautiful flower! You know, such a beautiful flower. It will remain there, right? And it gradually we see the flower decay, color, shape, beautiful flower, you know, decay. What is the main cause of this flower? Seed. That seed, right? Because seed cannot remain forever, have certain power, and then whole flower decays, and we say flower dead. Similarly, samsara, you know, is exactly what is the real cause of samsara. We come here, beautiful, remain little while, and then decay because of false view of transitory recollection. As long as false view of transitory recollection, we have delusion and karma, you know, created all these, and just like that flower, and then when the karma finish, we will die. That is like the process. You understand? Okay, thank you very much.
Yes, sure.
Yeah.
All the three types of compassion you were just talking about then, where does bodhicitta come into that? What is bodhicitta compassion then?
Bodhicitta comes with the compassion, first level of compassion.
The first level
Yeah,
of
first
compassion.
level of compassion, natural compassion. You know.
Mm.
So that means it is very important. We do have compassion, but not compassion sometimes mixed with attachment, right? So natural compassion is compassion for everybody. You know. So it's like if there are three persons in front of you, right? One is stranger, one is enemy, one is friend, right? The three objects there, but your compassion will remain natural toward these three persons, then you can have bodhicitta mind. You know what I mean? So our compassion sometimes is not like that, right? Compassion more goes to the friends. Enemy, no compassion, right? So if you extend your compassion toward this three person object, it's natural compassion. So you see, you know what I mean? So it will first develop compassion for the bodhicitta mind, and then understanding phenomena, and then understanding nature of sentient beings. You understand what I'm saying? The false view of transcendental recollection and ignorance is synonymous. This is very important, okay? So your I and mine, my I and my mind to be conceiving inherent existence is false view of transcendental recollection in me, in the samsara. So when I look you, samsara, and put samsara I and mind to be in an existence, it is false view of transcendental recollection, but it's not my samsara, of course. Okay, so that could be intellectual false view of transcendental recollection. So the intellectual, innate, in intellect we should understand, innate means natural grasping. You don't have to teach, you know, just instantly grasping. That is innate grasping. Intellectual grasping through knowledge. So you believe, oh, this is permanent because blah 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 like this. You know what I mean? Okay, thank you.